Many people do not realize this, but the abhorrent practice of corporal punishment in schools is still allowed in the U.S. While some states have outlawed the practice, it is still used in the southern states as well as Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, and Arizona. This heinous act has almost no advantages whatsoever and instead has many detrimental effects on our children. Due to the one-sided nature of this argument, I believe that corporal punishment should be entirely abolished from the U.S. educational system. One reason why corporal punishment in schools should be eradicated is that it causes bodily harm to students. While there are rules regulating corporal punishment, these restrictions are extremely broad. For example, the district's employee handbook for Holmes County states nothing about where and how many times a child can be struck. What it does state is that corporal punishment shall be reasonable and moderate. What is considered reasonable and moderate is left for the paddle wielder to decide, and in many cases this causes serious injury to the student. A report done by the Society for Adolescent Medicine estimated that in 2003, 10 to 20,000 children had to seek medical attention as a result of corporal punishment. These injuries included bruises, hematomas, muscle damage, nerve damage, and even broken bones. Another reason why corporal punishment should be expunged is because of the disparities between the groups that are being punished the most. According to federal statistics, in states that still allow corporal punishment, black students make up only 16% of the students enrolled in public schools, but account for 35% of the number of students paddled. And the inconsistencies don't stop there. The Department of Education's Civil Rights Data Collection estimates that around 80% of the children receiving corporal punishment are boys, and the Society for Research and Child Development states that children with disabilities are over 50% more likely to be corporally punished than their non-disabled peers. Some people argue that corporal punishment is an effective way to limit out-of-school suspensions, which cause students to miss school. This loss in school time lowers students' test scores due to their diminished learning time. However, a study done by activist Michael Hickman found that while the ACT scores for all states improved between 1994 to 2008, the states which banned corporal punishment had improvement rates 3 times higher than the states which reported frequent use of corporal punishment. This data clearly depicts the falsity of the idea that corporal punishment helps students. If the lack of suspensions brought on by corporal punishment actually improved test scores, then the states with the highest rates of corporal punishment would be scoring more than the states that have outlawed it, not the other way around. There are also alternatives to both of these disciplinary actions, such as in-school suspensions, which do not take away any learning time from students. Corporal punishment, while still being used today, is a practice of the past. There are no logical reasons as to why it should still be used, yet, even with all of its negative effects, it is still employed in southern schools. It is not legal for an adult to hit an adult, or for a guard to hit a prisoner. It is even considered illegal to hit an animal. So why are teachers allowed to hit students? Help end this unnecessary and malignant practice by voting to ban corporal punishment in schools.